that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying that I'm open to it now. I didn't say no crazy random bullshit. I'm just keeping my move. All I'm saying is I'm just opening up myself for somebody to come into my life.
Why is this the topic, people?
Hey there.
You don't know the topic?
Hi. I don't have my earpods.
Oh, shit.
What is it? So what is going on as good people on this Monday morning?
Well, all right, let me do this. While Taya's getting her shit back checked, because I don't want to, but let me, you still got that echo in your shit. Can you turn your speaker down a little bit?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just a speaker. And it's really not even supposed to do that. Instagram's supposed to get that shit together.
Blessings. Blessings, boss. Blessings on blessings.
Hello.
What's happening? This nigga came in here talking like one of my skits.
I did just watch it earlier. That's how I talk generally, though. Hey, you know that's funny though, bro. That's how I talk anyway, bro. Low key. Every time I see somebody, peace and blessings, family. I'm like, oh shit. I be thinking about that.
Yeah, the Erykah Badu joke. Right.
Yeah, come on.
When I first met, I argued. Well, not when I first met her. The second time I met her, because she's gonna cuss me out if I say the first time. But the second time I met her, she was like, "Oh yeah, that Ellis get all that." I was like, "Yeah, what that be?" She's like, "Yeah, that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me that you shouted out that skit." So I just want you to know, like, that'll be in the nigga vibe. But anyway, so
good reverend.
What I was just talking about,
the Reverend St. Lucas. Oh, my bad. Yeah, you say what I'm talking about?
What I was just talking about to the young lady that was on here.
Yeah, bro. She was missing the whole idea. We need women to be receptive. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, is that me or that's you?
Oh, put your headphones in. What the fuck?
That's what I was trying to connect.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's like it's saying this, but it's not.
I'm trying to get on point.
No doubt. And you was
I
speaking
want her
facts,
in on
bro.
the conversation, but
yeah.
But go ahead.
And I like what you said. I like what you said too, man. You was making some great points. The ideal man that you projecting out there to get, you have to also always go about it as you always talking to that guy. Go about it as you always eventually going to meet that guy somewhere. And you don't want it to be talking one way on here, another way, because then guys don't assume you fake. You want to just be 100% all the way through. Like you just said, bro, we can't do that. We can't put on jackets and make it.
Yeah, Ramir, you might gotta.
No fronts.
It's like crazy. Okay, I don't hear the echo now. All right, so she's back on. Okay, so I got another man on here.
Okay, I heard him.
Bishop Mouthpiece. My name is Bishop Mouthpiece.
Hello, I'm Ashanti.
He's a bishop.
Yeah, remember Reverend? We gonna get the same church, Reverend. You know, you Reverend Craig. You know.
Oh right.
Yeah, he's in my cabinet.
You know what I'm talking
about? All right, well,
Spice.
All right, blessings.
But go ahead though.
Okay, so what the brother was trying to tell you, men don't want you to be a representative. We want you to really be who you are all the time. Even if you feel like, no, I don't want to open up and be this woman to this guy right now. No, be the ideal woman that you always want to be, so you could be receptive to when that man meets you. And he could come and be like, oh, hell yeah, that's my cup of tea right there. Let me have a sip of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what Craig was reiterating is that, men, we don't get that leisure to put on a face and to put on and to do all these other things. We have to be who we are right in your face. We come as we come. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we prefer you to be who you are, generally and naturally and organically, as you were speaking. We want you to be that woman off the rip, so that way we can understand and we know what we're dealing with.
And in real life, Frank will tell you, me in real life is not, like I said, I don't take this shit that serious, especially at no 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, and I'm just not going to do it. Maybe it's just my age. I don't know. But in real life, I'm real chill. Frank, no, I came to his house I brought something with me. When you come to somebody's house, I was taught you're never empty handed. I showed up with something that I made myself. Okay. I gave him a couple of things that I handmade myself. Trust me, I am every bit of, I know.
Okay.
She had some motherfucking, what was it, the Reese's, and what was the other thing you had? What was it, cookies?
I made you homemade Reese cups. And
But it was another thing that you had too, though.
Oh yeah, I made some muffins, some chocolate chip and
some muffins, yeah.
Chocolate chip and muffins. That's how I get down. Trust me. And we had great conversation. We had, we're good, cool. I stuck myself in the man. I always act like this on social media, but again, if somebody wants to judge me based on what they see on here, I'm too old for that shit.
Right.
Well, it's not so much about judging you about what they see on here. The whole point that I was getting to is you said you want companionship. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but overall, okay, what I was trying to get to was this. What would a man get from a woman that only wants companionship, not a marriage?
It matters.
I can't hear you. Can y'all hear her?
It's kind of going in and out.
All right.
They may be wanting to be in a committed, but I got to get my charger. They may want to be, you got to remember, in my age group, age does matter in this situation because there are people who have been married, they've raised children. They want to be in a committed relationship. I never said I didn't want to be committed. And the baby needs to marry. Like I said, I'm going in with an open mind. I'm not going in like I always went in full charge thinking marriage. I did that shit too many times. I've been engaged too many times. I'm not doing that. I just want to go in and take all the pressure off.
And the reason why I kept saying no disrespect is because what a lot of people and women in particular don't realize is the age thing. You're right, it does matter. The older that you are, the worse it is off in that situation. Because even the older man, if he can get you, he's probably going to pick a younger woman that doesn't have all of this.
Okay, and that's fine. But there is somebody out there for me. And that's all. It's a big
I'm not
world.
saying it's not, but are we going to get that person?
But you want to be open and receptive to receive him when he comes. Because sometimes, in most cases, hear me out. Hold on, sister, hear me out. In most cases, a lot of sisters run that brother off because of that way of thinking. They're like, yeah, when he come, he gonna win. But then y'all start getting a little ahead of yourself and then the brother be like, what the hell is that? Then they get to running. So you want to be, so you want to be chill. You want to be calm. You want to be receptive. And you also want to be observing and listening when you hear that guy, because he's going to approach you. And he may not make it like blatant, but he will let you know, I am very well interested and you're doing a good job. I would like to know more about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't want to prematurely kill that relationship before it even try to get a chance.
I'm very open, honey. That sounds like, trust me, I'm very open. But like I said, he asked me what I'm thinking. I'm not putting all my cards on the table with the whole big pile of marriage. And who wants all that pressure anyway? Let it be what it becomes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not falling in love anymore like I've done so many times. I'm going to make a decision.
So then what do you need a companion for?
I told you, for me, companionship means relationship. I told you, to you, it means something different.
Okay, so no. I was asking like what you meant by it. So you said you want a relationship. So most men that's get into a relationship, relationship is the same thing as a job. It is a job. It's the same thing as schooling. It's the same thing as any institution that exists in the world. There needs to be an outcome of this. Now, are we just in a relationship to the day we die and we just together? Okay, fine. If you want to find a man that does that, fine. But most men, that's not what they want. Right? She said, so you want a friendship. You want a friendship with somebody that you can fuck.
I want a friendship. I didn't say that. And I told you we could lead up to marriage. I'm not against marriage. I never said that.
So you want a companion?
I want some.
Question, what is the purpose of marriage?
Come on, sister. Good question.
Who are you asking?
Right.
Just everyone.
I think
Okay,
both
and I did want to ask Tate that. What is the, and not necessarily the purpose of marriage, but what's the
Because
purpose of a
she keeps
relationship?
saying like leads up to marriage. So like, what is this, an audition? Like, what's
Mm.
happening?
some people make excuses for the next step. My thing is, I don't care about marriage. To me, I'm over that. Like, I don't care about that. However, if I'm with someone and we have grown to that place and that's something he asked me to do, I'm not going to tell him no if that's what he wants to do. Why would I take that away from the person that I'm with if that makes him happy?
So
I'm not against it, but am I okay with not having marriage? Okay with being with someone and not getting married?
Okay, let it. Okay, all right. Let her.
so what do you want from this relationship then?
I want the same
What is your end goal? What's your point?
the same thing that everybody went without marriage. The same thing you would do in a marriage.
Well, then that's not the same thing. So what is your definition?
But without marriage, what is the difference?
You want marriage
You
end
saying
goal?
you
You want
want
marriage
companionship
outcomes
without
without
marriage?
marriage?
That's what you're saying?
Say what, everyone?
You want
Okay,
companionship without marriage?
but we're hold on, time.
My bad.
We're all three of us just said the same thing in different ways.
Yeah.
You want marriage outcomes without the actual marriage.
I'm okay with not having marriage. Yes, I'm okay with that.
No, that's not what I asked you.
That is my.
You want
Yes,
marriage.
what you want. You want to know what you want.
I'm trying to.
I'm sorry.
I'm happy
I'm
with.
not asking you what you're fine with. I'm asking you what you want. Do you want marriage outcomes without the actual marriage?
I know how to answer you that way. I'm going to answer you the way I know how to say it. I'm fine with. I don't need marriage to be with someone. I don't have to be married. I'm okay with not being married. That's all I can say. I don't.
Why?
You don't need
Why
marriage
are
to be
you
what?
okay with not being married?
Get married. I don't.
Why?
This is not important to me. It's not my value. Everybody has their value.
Okay, and that's fine. Listen. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want marriage, fine.
No, I'm gonna say
why do
wrong.
hold on. So if you don't want a marriage, why do you even want a relationship in the first place?
Because I'm with someone, I don't have to have a marriage. Because who says we have to have a marriage?
Well, here's the thing. A man is going to enter into a relationship with the intention of marriage. Otherwise, he's just wasting your time. You want to, okay, all right. I've been a man for 30s. I don't even know how fucking old I am. But I know men very well. I need you to listen. I need you to listen.
Wasting my time.
I need you to listen. Can you listen? Can you listen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. A man is not going to waste his time being in a committed anything to you without there being an end goal. I don't give a fuck how old he is. If he's that old enough to where he wants to, and don't listen. Don't get triggered by this. This is how all men think. This is who we are. I'm really trying to help you because I'm trying to tell you how men think and how. Okay, so if you do want that information, you have to. I asked you earlier. Fight that urge to just respond and just. It's called the need to be right. That's what it's called.
Let me reiterate, Reverend. Can I also add on to what the Reverend is saying, my sister, to help you see it clearer?
No, we got the bishop
the Reverend. Jesus Christ, from president to a Reverend.
No,
I'm a president.
Oh, you're a president. Let's get it.
listen.
All right, look, sister. Hold on. Let me break something down to you, Queen. Hold on. Listen what I'm telling you. Let me add on. Check it out. All right, so you saying you don't really want a marriage, right? But you want companionship. So when you meet that guy and you get that companionship, right? And he be like, man, I love you, girl. I can't see myself without you. Let's make this a real official thing. So you gonna turn this guy down? You really gonna tell him no, don't get married? You gonna tell him you want to get married?
I already said that.
She said she would be open to a marriage.
Okay. Now let me go. That's one point.
But
all right, let me add on to that point.
She didn't say I want a marriage. She said she would be open to it. That is the difference. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. So see, look.
But I'm not.
Now since you have met that companion, right? Or you met that guy that, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna want something more. Y'all could be companions for a long time. But men, we like stability too. We like to know that our woman is serious about us. So would you be willing to let him know when the time gets close? Yeah, I want to make that step with you. I'm looking to it. You're not gonna be like bitter against that idea, are you? Because that's another way a lot of real women stay single too.
No, I already said this so many times. I was like, maybe because I said companion and not relation. It's all about terminology, I suppose. I never said I was. I never.
It's actually the title. Do you need a companion?
Oh, let her finish. Let her finish.
Yeah, go ahead. Break it down.
I don't never understand. I was against marriage. What I said was it's not required. That's all I said. And if a man dates me, and what I was saying, what Crank is, a man is, and I get what Crank is saying. So my take on that is, I'm comfortable in my life that I feel that if I'm with somebody and if we are together and I don't feel like I want to marry them and they ready to get married, and I say no because they want you, don't mean you want them in that way either. I'm willing to they can go if they want. I'm okay with that. You got to be okay with some shit if you want to say some shit like that, and I'm okay with that. When it's over, listen, it is what it is. But if it's somebody that I'm with and it's going good and it's like I love them and we're doing good, we get along, everything is going well, and there's no fucking problem. Like I'm talking about problems where people try to still get married past bullshit, and he asked me to marry him. Of course I would do that.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just break it down, because we've been talking about this for like damn near an hour, maybe even over an hour. So I'm asking these questions. I brought these fine people on here to even add to the not necessarily to add to this conversation, but different perspectives. So here's the bottom line. You want companionship. You don't necessarily want a marriage, but you want companionship. Based off of the questions I've asked and the way that you've responded, you're not going to get what you want out of what you want. Mm-hmm. That's just not going to happen.
Okay.
You're not going to get a man to just be your companion and just like just be your company. That's the root word of companion. Shout outs to prefixes and suffixes, and shout outs to motherfucking Elevate. You're not just going to get a man to be your company.
My girlfriend had it for 13 years.
I don't care about your girlfriend.
Oh,
and the reason why I keep cutting that off is because, I know one person that jumped off of a 12-story building and survived. Would you advise that most people do that?
Hell no.
I'm just saying.
Okay, why not? Because more than likely you're going to die, or if at best you're going to sever 75% of your bones in your body.
Or what works for your friend may not work for you at all.
I'm just saying they out there, and it's they're out there.
I like to know what this magical
but if they're out there, you say, but here's the thing.
Where's this magical
place? Hold up. I'm gonna let you tap in. Let me get this point out, man. I'm gonna tap in. Here's the thing. They're out there, right? So how's that been working out for you?
I took myself off the market. I don't have no problem meeting people. I don't have no problem with dating people. I choose not to do that. I've had to date through. It's going to be some, like I said. Do you think I'm sitting here just like I got out the race because it was so hard?
Did anybody say that? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you said that.
No, nobody said that. Nobody never said that.
Okay. So the point is, you really, and that's what I'm saying. You're kind of missing the point. But I'm gonna go ahead, Rameen. Go ahead.
No, I mean I'm just saying, like, people, we would love to throw the rhetoric. Oh, it's men out here. It's men out here. Bitch, where? Okay, not in the DMV. I don't know where the men are, but I guess
even outside the DMV, those men are very few and far. But okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can find lesser men that will do that, but that's not who you even want to deal with. Okay, see, here's the reality of the situation. You got niggas in your friend zone that's ready to do what it is that you want.
I meet a lot of people because of my organization. I meet a lot of people for a lot of different reasons in my business. Y'all act like I don't know where y'all not meeting men at. I meet men all the time, and I'm talking about good men. Like I don't know about good men. Excuse me, I don't want to say good.
Right. Let's make sure we're on
men that are on their game. I don't know what their lives are, but I meet all kinds of men, from poor men to rich men and everything in between. I don't know why people are not meeting men, but I have access to men. And when I'm ready to date, it's a big dating pool out there. I'm sorry that people are having a problem, but that's not
okay. But what I'm saying is this: you want a specific. Hold up. You want a specific type of man to be your companion. That's you said you're looking for companionship or relationship, right?
Yeah, but you have to date to get there. Ain't nobody saying
so. I'm not. I don't want to keep doing this.
Hold on a second.
With that being said, that type of man that you want to deal with on that level wants something too. You didn't say I just want niggas that I just want to fuck for the rest of my life. You want a man that's going to be on a certain type of level with you, correct?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he wants something too.
That's right.
And that's what he doesn't want. What do you think he does want? What type of man do you want? Let's just go there. Let's just go there. You want to be, you don't necessarily want to be married, but you want a man to be your companion and to be in a relationship with for the rest of your life.
I don't want this. Listen, I don't listen, Crank.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions.
I decided this week that I want to date. I ain't even start looking for nothing. I didn't even start doing anything. I just said I finally realized when my daughter and my company left that I needed.
Okay, sister.
I'm just
real quick.
I didn't think.
Hold on. I want to make it so blunt and so plain for you, because it sounds like you looking at the other stuff instead of the forest. You're looking just at the trees. We need you to look at the forest, okay? What do you want from a man? Like, period. Whether it's dating, whether it's a guy you want to talk on the phone, do you want his voice to be deep? Do you want him to have a beard?
You have to define these things. This has to be a definitive thing. I want you to pump my gas. That has to be a definitive thing. I'm not saying that's what you want, but I'm just saying, like, you have to be definitive in what you want from a man.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
whether you do this in person or on live or not, these men, we hear these things. We see y'all.
Do you want
and
the man
whether you're doing it in front of that man or just doing it, listen. Whether you're doing it in front of one man or you're doing it in front of 100 men, we all see the same thing. So that man that you want, whether he's on his live or not, we see that.
And we're trying to give you a little pointer, sister, to keep you, you know what I'm saying, from men's perspective. So it's only right.
That's all we talking about from men's perspective.
I got a question.
We're not trying to make you mad. We just want you to see the light.
I'm not mad, honey. I'm looking at some kids.
Okay.
Looking at somebody in my face. I'm not mad at you.
Okay. Also, the kids getting on your nerves. That's what it is, huh?
No.
Tell them to sit their ass down, mama.
Well, it's more so, can you leave the room? You, with the water. Put the water down. Go upstairs.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, Ramia. What's your question, Ramia?
Children nowadays let their kids be around.
It's just like, I don't know. It's so many places to go from that. Like, I don't know what direction we're trying to move to. But as far as, I guess, directly explaining what you want from a man, that is something we as Black women can definitely do a little better on. But I do know that in instances where we do say something, oftentimes it is kind of just thrown aside. So what's up with that? So what's up with guys not opening doors no more? It's the simple little things.
No.
Why not?
No. See, we're having a convo, and see, Ramia, this is what I talked about before. So let me, no, Ramia.
No, I really want to know the answer to that question.
No, the answer is we're talking about something specific. This is not okay. So what about the men and what the men don't do?
But why can't we have both dialogues at the same time?
You just defaulted into, well, what about the men and what they don't do? That's not what we're talking about right now.
I didn't say it with any of that vitriol.
You just said, oh, men don't open doors. You don't even
realize
I
said I have a question. I have a question.
And what was your question? What did you just now say?
But you made a statement first.
My question was as far as the communication, banging off the point that you were just making.
Did you or did you not say men don't open doors?
She said it, boss.
I said at the end of the question.
Yes or no?
Huh? I said, what's up with that? Yeah.
Okay, and what does that matter in the context of the conversation that we're having?
Because I was saying it in terms of communication, because you were saying that she needed to clearly define what she was wanting from a man and what she needed from a man, right?
But we're not talking about generic communication between men and women. We're talking about what she wants. You just brought up a broader point that has nothing really to do with the context of what we're talking about.
I mean, I understand my point not being y'all point, but it definitely came through as a different question.
So let's stay on topic.
All right, she's not here anymore.
No. Let's stay on topic.
So what is the topic?
I just talked to you about this the other day. Stop doing that, please.
Oh, what? Go ahead.
I gotta light my blunt.
You want to be so dissy dally? Oh, well, what about this? Oh, well, You don't like apples, but what about bananas and fruit? Like, who gives a fuck? We're talking about something specific. Stick to the top. And see, this is the issue that men have with women is like, women are like spaghetti, men are like waffles. It's a book. Please, y'all, read this. The book was written by a couple. The metaphor is men's brains are like waffles. You know how waffles got a bunch of squares? You fill up one square with syrup, then it goes to the next square. We're one at a time. Women's brains work like spaghetti. Every noodle touches each other. Oh, I went to the store this day, and I was on my period this day, and I was feeling kind of bad, and this happened, and then I seen this bitch from the 4th grade I didn't like, and she reminded me of my ex-boyfriend. He always did me dirty, and I'm just using this shit. I'm just pulling this shit out of thin air, but I'm saying like this is an example of how our brains work. I don't begrudge y'all for y'all thinking that way because y'all hardwired that way, and that came from God. Y'all are supposed to think that way because I ain't gonna say that because it's gonna rile people up. But y'all think this way, and it actually makes us better as men. So I'm not mad at that. But Ramir, you've been around long enough. You already know all this extra, all the shit entwines with entanglement. That's how entanglement even fucking came up. No, bitch, you motherfucking cheated.
That's right.
And he probably cheated on you too. Well, they had an open thing and they was doing these things, but it's not called an entanglement. Where the fuck does this word entanglement came from? No, entanglement is motherfucking Christmas lights.
That's right.
But I'm saying to say like
well,
no,
that's a lack of accountability. People just don't like to own their behaviors.
Oh, so, yeah, like women.
No, not people, women. Be specific, sister. Say that shit. No. Men.
That's a specific case of a woman, but there are cases of men too. So people.
Well, in that case, let's get right specific with it. Jada ain't taking accountability for her actions, which made Will fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was already fucked up, but now he even more fucked up because the simple fact of the matter is he dealing with a narcissistic ass woman who ain't taking accountability for her behavior. Now, Will Smith seemed like somebody who would apologize to Jada if he cheated on her or he did something. I'm just saying he seen, but he wouldn't have been like, "Oh man, I had a
Will Smith cheated." Okay, so they had an open relationship, but let's just say they had a motherfucking monogamous, committed relationship. If Will Smith happened to have cheat on Jada, this nigga will write a motherfucking book apologizing to her.
Exactly.
Then permitted on the red table talking all that shit.
What's wrong with him wanting to fight for his marriage? Y'all be wanting black women to stay there, work out y'all marriage.
No, fighting for his marriage, but he's just fighting for the wrong person.
That's not a marriage. You know what that is? That is what Tay just wanted.
That's right.
A companion.
That's what?
What elect lady Tay just wanted. That's what she wants. She wants that Will and Jada love. That's not motherfucking marriage.
No, that ain't no marriage.
A companionship. It's a companionship.
Oh, yeah. That's like
it's a companionship that has produced 2 children. It's a quote unquote power companionship, but that's not what the fuck our shit is built off of. First of all, Jada is not. Come on, young. Like, do I really gotta break this shit down? Like, what the fuck, bro? I just moved to a new spot. I'm not even in a new spot. I'm celebrating a new spot. I'm not even in a new spot. That's the only reason I'm drinking right now.
You can drink some water.
I am drinking water. What the fuck? I was the president. I got my own water.
The president always keep water, man.
Okay, Secret Service.
No, she knows because she's been in my cabinet for 18 months now.
He all in the dark corner. He to look out in the parking lot. Making sure nobody comes sniping.
You called me a dog
right now, so be careful, okay?
Sniper.
Be careful, okay?
On the real.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like at the end of the day, like, you know, and yeah, I definitely made a lot of money talking about Will and Jada, but it's just at the end of the day.
What's your question, China?
Ask away.
Not with the big no. That's not what we do. First of all, we don't do the all caps. You want to ask a question, you can get on live and ask your question. I will be more than happy we'd be more than happy to talk about it and answer.
Yes, we definitely
You're
will.
not gonna be in my comments just with the big
we will
letters.
break
and
down
shit.
what men
Like,
feel. What
you're
men
not
say,
even
y'all.
from the
Y'all
capital.
got it.
I'm from the capital. How you capitalizing letters and you ain't from the capital?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
What happened? Where you from, baby?
Okay. I live in New York. I travel a lot. My original home is North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Kakalaki. Salute North Kakalaki in the building.
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I listened to you guys, but I want to share something, and then I want you to answer my question.
Right.
I want to clarify something that Tay was saying.
Okay.
She said she wanted a companion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard everything that you guys were saying, and I'm clear. You're right. But there's also some more rights. What Tay was saying is that she want a companion because
Ramia,
many of
you
us
sound like?
let me finish. Many of us
Let me leave it alone. Go ahead.
have witnessed people with whatever it is. People constitute that piece of paper as being married.
Mm-hmm.
Having that piece of paper only entitles you to my shit and me to yours.
That's right.
Marriage lies within the heart. When you connect with an individual and the spirits connect and you're on the same page, there is no piece of paper in this world that can make you bond the way you're supposed to bond. And that's what she was saying. She just didn't articulate it right.
No, that's not what she was saying, man. Because I asked her specifically. Okay.
I know her personally.
And I know her personally too. You might know her better than I do, but I've been on this live for a couple hours now, and I just asked her specific questions, and she answered them specifically. I asked her, "What do you want?" She said, "I want a companion." I said, "Well, what does that mean?" Then she went into a relationship. I said, "Does that mean marriage?" She said, "No, it doesn't mean a marriage." I said, "Okay, fine." So we already eliminated marriage out of the whole equation before you even spoke on what you said.
What is marriage? One of my questions
is
what is marriage?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute, ma'am. Did you hear what I just said? We already eliminated marriage out of the equation. She already said she doesn't want to be married. We said, okay. So then relationship and everything on down underneath marriage. I get what you're saying. You're not saying nothing wrong, but you just came in here to make a point that's not even worth making because we already eliminated marriage out of the equation.
But we need to clarify what is marriage. How can you eliminate something when I'm not understanding your interpretation?
We're not talking about marriage, man. Why do we need to clarify something that we've already eliminated? We're not talking about marriage.
Listen, she said she didn't want marriage, right?
Right.
Now, she also clarified the fact that her definition of terminology of a relationship is something totally different from what you may be calling it. So I need clarity. In order for me to understand, I need to understand what is your definition of what constitutes marriage.
It's only one definition.
I'm listening.
That's just what it is. It's a binding.
Hold up. This is my motherfucking live. Everybody shut up. Everybody hush. Everybody hush.
Go ahead, boss.
I get mad when I have to do this because I'm trying to talk to, and this is not the first time, but it's me and 3 other people. Everybody can't just over talk each other. Like, we're having a conversation. We can have a conversation, but one thing about me, I'm a Capricorn. I will bring order. I don't give a fuck who you are. I will bring order. And if y'all notice, I be shutting the fuck up for long periods of time to let other people speak. So when I do get disrespectful and say everybody shut the fuck up, it's not nothing personal. I don't want to fight your grandma when I say that. Because all y'all's grandmas got hands. My grandma got hands too, but I ain't gonna put her through that. But we've already defined this. We've already discussed this. I said, what is it that you want? Well, I want this, that, and the third. We're not talking about. We're not talking about. Because my live is about to end and I have to start it over again. So I'm deciding if I even want to finish it. And it's like 14, 13 seconds. All right, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna start this over again. If you want to hear this, join back. I'm about to start it right back up.
Yes, indeed. We'll be right